So for our caramel pumpkin pie, we're not going to make the caramel. And we just need a cup of sugar for this, and a saucepan. Whoops. Hey, I'm Emily, and I'm here with Brian.
Hi.
And today we're going to be making a toasted pecan pumpkin pie with caramel inside of it. So first we're going to need to make the crust.
Okay.
And if you want, you can actually put everything in the blender.
All right.
What we have is a cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's just going to go in there. And we have our pecans, which we toasted. You're going to want to toast about a cup and 1/4 a cup in total. But we're just going to use 3/4 a cup in the crust. And a 1/2 cup of cold butter, ice cold butter. It's going to be kind of like a short crust type of thing. Then we're just going to blitz that and put it in this springform pan. We're going to use a springform pan because it'll just release easier. It's 9-inch, and we're just going to bake that at 350 for about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Caramel pumpkin pie, we're not going to make the caramel. And we just need a cup of sugar for this, and a saucepan. Whoops.
That's all right. we take the
the
bowl out before
we don't want that. And then 2 tablespoons of water.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, so don't put that whole bowl of water in there.
2
2 tablespoons of water.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it on medium heat and whisk it until the sugar's dissolved. And once it's all dissolved, we're going to turn the heat up, and we don't want to stir it, we just want to swirl the pan a little bit.
Okay, so we've got our caramel made, and the next part that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add some pumpkin to that. But before we do, as you can see, we got some, this is pumpkin in this plastic bag. Emily, the clever one that she is, made this ahead of time. She got a pumpkin from the shop. What pumpkin was it?
It was a sugar pie pumpkin.
A sugar pie pumpkin. So what she did was she roasted this in the oven, she cut it in half, left the skin on, applied a little bit of salt, and then placed those face down or cut side down onto a baking sheet and bake that at about 350 to 400 degrees for about 40 minutes or until it got really nice and soft. Then the skin was able to be peeled off. She put the pumpkin, cut it into chunks, into a food processor, blended it down until she got this. Now the really cool thing about this is that you can do this ahead of time, you can do this a couple days in advance, put it into portion sizes, and then put that into your freezer so you always have some pumpkin puree available to you whenever you need it. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about making this caramel pumpkin filling.
And what we're going to do, we're just going to mix in some brown sugar, freshly minced ginger, cinnamon in a bowl. And you go ahead and add the caramel if you want.
Okay.
And that's going to have been cooled. Then we're going to add the pumpkin. And you can go ahead and whisk that.
All right.
3 eggs. I'm going to use caramel pools to cook the eggs.
How's that?
Looks good. Once it's all mixed, you're just going to pour it into the cool crust, and then we're going to bake that. Let me check my recipe. We're going to bake it for 30-35 minutes at 350. So while our oven preheats, we're going to go ahead and candy. The rest of the pecans are reserved. And what we're going to do there, we're just going to put the rest of the pecans in there, 1/4 cup of sugar in here, and 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, and then just cook that over medium heat and just candy it basically. And then when this is done, we're going to put our candied nuts on top of the pie.
Nice.